What's happening, everybody? It's time for another Quickie. This is number 79. We're going to be talking about reasons to plan for 2023 now. We're about to get started. Let us know where you are tuning in from. Hit those hearts, those thumbs up. We're about to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay! What's happening? Yeah, it's a chill Wednesday. I thought some chill music would be great.
Love it. I feel like I woke up not knowing what day of the week it was. I'm so discombobulated from the epic weekend that we had. I'm like, wait, I was working all weekend. So it feels like this whole week is just
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So, all
I'm so
right.
good to see you in person last weekend.
Right? It was amazing. It was amazing. And for those of you who didn't know, we had our accountability success circle planning would retreat. Yay!
Ralph up and everything now too.
Yeah, in Carlsbad, California, where we were joined by, was it 15?
14
in person, 14, 15 in person, amazing people, and about 4 online, and yeah, we created an experience where people can create their 2023 plan so they can get a jump start on that. And yeah, so we are going to be talking about that since we are just fresh from that. But before we do that, what's up, Tom?
Tom,
I love it.
my time.
Yeah. Me and Tom, we go way back. So good to see you. Good to see you there, Tom. So yeah, so we're going to be talking about why you should start planning for 2023 now, and hopefully by doing that, it gives you some inspiration just to set aside some time to start looking at your year ahead. I know we're in Q4 of 2022. I know there's so much uncertainty with everything in the economy and stuff like that. Does not negate the fact that it's still important to start planning now. So we're going to go through that. Are you ready, April?
I am ready.
Yes, and I agree. I agree, Tom, that 2023 will be glorious. I tend to be on the optimistic side, so I'm I have hopefulness for that. So thank you for that. So yes, this is the quickie, not the longie. So we're gonna jump right into it. Yes, we have just the tips, and there are 3 reasons why we feel like it's important to plan for your 2023 right now. And the first one is I think the obvious. It gives you more time to prepare. I don't know about you, but like back in like the old school of beginning of the year, like, oh, let's start thinking about our yearly goals and the things that we want to achieve. I feel like in those situations the year's already going, and then we already have stuff going on, and we're trying. It's almost like the equivalent of driving down the highway and trying to change the alternator at the same time. Like, it's rough, and by setting aside time, we do it in October, it gives you more time to really reflect on the year that you are in and the things that you want to do in the year ahead. And, you don't have to be like us and just sort of knock it out super quick. But if you start planning now, you have a whole quarter. You can do it in chunks each weekend, So what are some of your thoughts, April?
Yeah, I mean, like when we all start thinking about January, you're like, oh, I want a fresh start. You start thinking about your New Year's resolutions, or maybe you don't do New Year's resolutions because you just feel like they don't work. You know why they don't work? Because when you say that you want to do something, when you share a goal, you have to then not only just state the goal, but then identify all the steps that are going to be required in order to achieve that goal. So if you're like, now is the year that I'm going to lose 20 pounds, like you can't just be like, okay, I'm starting. You need to think about how that's going to be impacting your sleep and your fitness, and or like the things that you need to do in those areas, your nutrition, how you're going to do it, you're going to have to figure out how to fit that into your calendar if you haven't been working out at all. And all of that stuff takes time. It's not an overnight thing. And so when you are able to think about it a few months ahead of time, you can attack the year with intentionality rather than just being like, okay, I need to lose 20 pounds and I'm going to do this 30-day whatever, like do we know that that's actually going to set you up for success? So that's number one for me. Give yourself that time to prepare. And should we head on to number two?
We should. Which brings us to number two. And we sort of hinted at this, but by planning your year with more time, it gives you a solid jump start into the year. Where most people are starting, the year like, oh, what am I going to be doing this year, and this, that, and the other, still hungover from the New Year's, New Year's party and whatnot. You already are light years ahead of them into the year. We've had some people that we work with, because they start planning their year so far in advance, they start taking action in advance, and so come January, they're already, they already have momentum, and that momentum, in my opinion, is sometimes all that you need to keep going, because April talks about this in her work a lot, as it pertains to New Year's resolutions and whatnot. Most people who are not intentional about it are done, like they're like tap out, whatever, by like Feb 1, or like the end of January. So this gives you a solid jump start across the board.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the momentum is key because, at the least, if you are, getting that jump start and you have some momentum going, you may have already accomplished some of the goals or gotten rid of a lot of some of the brainstorming that you need to do to set up what's coming January 1st. And maybe you've even gotten so excited that you jumped leaps and bounds. And so you're almost setting yourself up for success before the year even starts. Who doesn't want that? Maybe people who are super overwhelmed and who are super busy that are like, I don't have time to plan. But also, I think too, people start thinking about the new year right around the holidays. But if you want to be really enjoying your holidays and not working, and then taking time off on the holidays and then giving yourself the time to plan there, give yourself the opportunity to just like completely veg during the holidays by starting to plan now. So get that jump start and actually do it in a way that feels good, which I think leads into our
Number
third step.
3, which is less stress. Here at the ASC, we're all about, getting a lot done, but having more fun. And looking at our stress levels is critical. When you have all that cortisol and adrenaline running through your body, it doesn't allow you to be creative. When you're forcing yourself to come up with a plan, for your year, for your life, like in December, like 26th, right after Christmas, it's just too much. Or the start of the year when you already have a lot of stuff going, it's too much. So by giving yourself some space and, doing it early, one, yes, you have less stress, but the other thing is you can make some tweaks. We know people, because we have a very specific way of doing it, which allows you to immerse yourself in your goals, and you're surrounded by all of your goals. And we know people that keep it up on their walls, leading into the year. Like, since you are in that environment and you're like sort of surrounded by it, now you have more creativity, the ability to make some adjustments.
Yeah, totally. And I've said so much, but I think that this tip is almost the most important or the biggest benefit of planning early. I think that a lot of times people are like, well, it is what it is. So I'll just, I can't do it. So I'll just plan in January. But what I feel about the stress piece is that if we truly want to, enjoy life, we have to be doing planning in a way where we don't feel like we're running up against a deadline. right? Because when you're doing that, then you're cutting corners, and you always do that, and then I get all bashful. You're cutting corners. You're cutting corners in your plan. Whereas if you have this space to like dream big and like really also get to realistically evaluate what you're able to handle, you've got that success factor. And so, of course you can plan your life at any point in time, but if you are using January as your kind of like launch pad, you want to do some pre-work before that, right? Like every time we do something, we're always preparing in advance, and we don't just show up and be like, I'm here and I'm going to do it. And there may be times that you do have to just show up and do it, but if you can do it without the stress, that makes your life more enjoyable, which is something that we always focus on, and which is why we love starting to plan in October, or, like before the year even starts. So yeah, yay to no stress, low stress or no stress.
Awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
So those were the 3 tips. It's pretty cut and dry. And Apryl, take us home. Where can people find us?
Yes. So Gary and I have been doing it 79 times now, doing these quickies to let you know that we really, really value personal growth that helps adults accomplish their hopes and dreams, but in the most fun way and in a way that allows them to show up as they really are. We have an amazing community of people who are committed to this growth work and also, accomplishing some badass things, but also just living a high quality life. And so we have this online community. We kind of kick our new year off with this annual planning retreat every year. We've got so many people who are like super energized and ready to hit the ground running. And I just think that it's really, you're standing in my video. So this is a perfection production. I got Subway for lunch. I haven't eaten Subway in forever.
Eat fresh.
Ready. Eat fresh. Okay. So anyway, he's like, whoops. My dog is just like, this is a low quality production here. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that if you are looking for a place where you can actually focus on your personal goals and aspirations in a community that is focused on really getting to know you and supporting you in that process, come check us out. accountabilitysuccesscircle.com. We've got, like our retreat is done, but you might be seeing this and being like, I want to do planning. Well, hey, we have an option for you to do that planning, because we have recordings of the process from the retreat. If you are at all interested in that, we can offer that to you, plus a 1-year membership to the Accountability Success Circle, all for the price of one, like a 2-for-1. So if you're interested, we'll definitely get that link and put it in the chat. But you can also see it if you just go to accountabilitysuccesscircle.com, I think. And if not, then feel free to reach out to us. We are more than happy to help. If any of this is resonating with you, this is my favorite time of the year, and I am so tired, but I am so energized by what we experienced this weekend that you probably wouldn't be able to even tell that I'm exhausted. So come check us out. Come hang out with us. We're fun. So, but
yes, we are.
Till the next quickie, Gary, we got to schedule that.
Yes. All right. So
number 80.
Number 80.
Oh my God. It will be next time.
Yes.
It'll be a good one. If you guys
right.
want to know anything or you need tips on stuff, then let us know as well. So,
all right. Talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Let us know in the comments what you think about planning. Thank you, Tom, for showing up. And we'll see y'all later.
Adios.